Good evening, high school football fans. Welcome to the frenzy, middle of October, and the Friday night lights were cranked up all across southeast Georgia and the South Carolina low country. And as always, we had those WJCL cameras rolling. Got a lot of highlights to get to tonight, so we're not going to waste too much time. First stop, Baxley, where there was a huge matchup between ranked teams as Benedictine and Appling County hooked up. Our Amy Zimmer was there and has the recap.
For the second straight week, the Benedictine Cadets traveling to take on an undefeated opponent. Here in Baxley, the team looking to bounce back from their first loss of the season, taking on the perfect Appling County Pirates. This game all about defense up until the last quarter. 10 minutes left on the clock, 13-7 Appling County. Benedictine quarterback Holden Gerner hands it off to running back Justin Thomas. He takes it to the house. Cadets take a 1-point lead. Appling County responds on the very next drive. Quarterback Jeremiah Holmes with the handoff to Bryson Benton. Watch this. He stays on his feet and is able to get into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. Appling County jumps ahead 21-14 with less than 6 minutes left in the game. Benedictine marches back down the field. The Cadets able to punch the ball in, and it's good. This ball game all tied up at 21 with a little over 2 minutes left in the game. The Pirates quickly work down the field. Holmes to Jalen Johnson. He gets past multiple Cadets, steps on the gas, and he's in for the touchdown. This game coming down to the final seconds with the Cadets falling short, 28-21 the final. Reporting in Baxley, Amy Zimmer, WJCL 22 News.
Over in the Pinelands, Hazelhurst, Jeff Davis hosting Bacon County, first home game of the season for the Jackets, and they made it memorable. Jeff Davis going to get on the board first on the short touchdown run by Landon Robertson. Jackets were buzzing, but Bacon County, well, they had an answer. They're going to go to the air. Mason Michael going to throw for Terrion Moore, who makes the catch, goes in for the touchdown. Extra point failed. Jeff Davis with an answer. Second quarter, Austin Wood getting the call in the red zone. He goes in for the touchdown. Plenty of points for Jeff Davis tonight. They top Bacon County 41-14. Southside Savannah, Country Day leading Deerfield Windsor 14-10 in the second quarter. Hornets buzzing on offense. Barry Kleinpeter connects with Eric Brown on the quick hitter. Brown not going to be caught. This Country Day touchdown made it 21-10. More from Mr. Brown a little later. Now on defense, Deerfield dropping back to pass the throw. Going to be picked off by Brown. Dude was everywhere. Hornets into Knights territory after the nice return. Then seconds left in the first half. Home team extending their lead. Take a look at the pass from Kleinpeter. Going to hit Kenny Odom in stride. The hookup goes for another Hornet touchdown. Country Day with the win in this one. 42-32 the final. Statesboro hitting the road for Richmond Hill Friday night. Blue Devil head coach Jeff Kaiser back with his team after battling COVID-19. The host Wildcats once again came to play. Kenyon Hunter with a huge game. He takes the snap, proceeds to take it into the end zone to give Richmond Hill the early lead. A little later first half, Cats go into the air. Tyler Coleman. Aaron went out for Jordan Clark, makes the beautiful grab deep into Statesboro territory. Seconds later, Richmond Hill extending its lead. Coleman to a wide open Ryan Steele for the score. Wildcats went up 14-0. Home team picking up more points later in the first half via the Britton Williams field goal, and Richmond Hill, they top Statesboro 34-0 the final. At the Corral in Guyton, South Effingham hosting Brunswick. Mustangs going to the ground game early in this one. South eating up clock, gaining positive yards. South Effingham, Cameron Edwards with a nice gain. Then Larry Scott, he's got a nice pickup for the home team. South Effingham would hold the ball for the entire first quarter. Cameron Edwards going to run it up the gut for the touchdown to begin the second quarter, and the home team had the lead. Brunswick, they're going to answer. Quarterback KJ Lee going to hit Xavier Bean. This passing catch, good for a first down for the Pirates. Then Lee going to hand the ball off to Jacoby Hill. And Hill's got a nice gain here for the visitors. And it was back to the air. Lee going to throw for Tyrese Jones. This passing catch, small to start, but it turns into a big play, a touchdown for the Pirates. Brunswick comes to the corral, and they knock off South Effingham 38-6, the final. Well, it may be hard to believe, but there was a region championship on the line in Brooklet, with Savannah-Chatham County Public Schools playing a district-only schedule this year. Region 3 AAA winner coming down to Liberty County or Southeast Bullock. Our Dave Williams tells us what went down in Brooklet.
Well, Frank, as we all know, 2020 has been anything but normal, so it should come as no surprise that there's an unusual occurrence here tonight in Brooklet. Despite the fact that Southeast Bullock and Liberty County are opening their region season, it's for the region championship. The reason for that, the other 5 schools in the league are all from Savannah, and they're only playing against each other this year. And the Yellow Jackets led this one 14-7 at halftime and looking for more. Early in the third, Christian Clark is a man against boys. Check out the power running as he literally carries Panther defenders with him down to the Liberty County 18. Just a few plays later, he powers his way in from the 1, and Southeast Bullock had a 21-7 lead. The Yellow Jacket defense then made it stand up. Liberty County tries the razzle-dazzle, but Jontavius Scott is having none of that and blows up the play. Liberty County did try to get back into it. Chris Dennis airs it out to Meon McLeod down to the 10-yard line, but they would eventually turn it over. Back to that Southeast Bullock defense again. They seal the game when they force the fumble and recover it, and they run out the clock from there as Southeast Bullock wins its first region championship since 1994, 21-7 over Liberty County. In Brooklet, Dave Williams, WJCL 22 News.
Thursday night at Memorial Stadium, Jenkins, Windsor Forest hooking up. Knights were wasting no time grabbing the early lead. Mike Cavallaro going to get the call. He's got a running lane up the middle. Next stop, the end zone. Touchdown point after. Made it 7-0. Tempers then begin to flare out on the turf. Cooler heads would prevail, but not before 2 players were ejected. Second quarter, Windsor Forest adding to its lead. Trayvon Savage looks like he's going to be strung out there along the sidelines, but he cuts back, dives for the pylon, give him the touchdown with the point after. It was 14-0. Jenkins looking to respond first with the quarterback. Patrick Blake, the senior, keeps he's got a nice pickup here deep into Windsor Forest territory. Couple plays later, DeMazio Harris from the Wildcat. He goes into the end zone, getting the Warriors on the board. However, Windsor Forest, they're going to pick up the win in this one, 14-6, the final. Next stop, Garden City Stadium. Islands visiting Groves. Sharks with the first half lead, and things not getting any better for the Rebels. Groves throwing. Emmanuel Sneed with the interception, but Sneed wasn't done. He turns the pick into the pick 6. Islands was rolling. Sharks attacking on offense too. Quarterback Jaden Adams taking the snap. He finds lots of room to roam on the right side. He's gone for another touchdown. All Sharks in this one. 52-0 the final. At Pooler Stadium, Beach looking to slow down New Hampstead. Bulldogs still looking. New Hampstead up 7-0 in the first quarter, adding to that advantage. Phoenix airing it out. The deep pass going to be hauled in by Braden Calderon. He proceeds to walk into the end zone, 14-0. Then how about this play? Following a safety, Beach kicking to Noddy Thomas. Picks up some nice yardage, but he's going to fumble. No problem. His teammate, Trazen Speaks, there to pick up the loose ball and proceed to make the house call. New Hampstead went up 23-0, and they go on to cruise in this one. They were all over Beach, 59-8, the final. Plenty more highlights coming up. You're watching The Frenzy right here on WJCL 22 News. And welcome back to the Frenzy. Not going to waste too much time. Going to get right back to the highlights with a GISA tilt over in Statesboro. Bullock Academy hosting Memorial Day to Gator Alley, where the home team came out crisp against Memorial. Bullock Academy's first possession, Tyler Willoughby with the pass to Rodney Hill, and no one going to catch Hill. He's going to take it in for the touchdown. It was 7-0 quick-like. More of the same in the second quarter. Cam Harrison, he takes the handoff, tries to go one way, but there's nothing there. He then manages to escape down the sidelines, where he would eventually step out of bounds all the way down at the Memorial 1-yard line. And appropriately enough, Harrison going to finish it off on the very next play. Bullock Academy led 14-0. Gators roll in this one, 38-0 the final. Big night for St. Andrews out on the island. Lions hosting Robert Toombs. Quarterback Will Livingston with the pass to Jaden Gordon. He would shake a few defenders for a nice gain and a first down for the home team. Moments later, Livingston throwing again, this time to Grant Vyans for the score. St. Andrews looking good on a Friday night. Their defense was shutting down the Crusaders all night long. Yeah, there was plenty to cheer about thanks to defensive stands like this. More offense out on Penn Waller now for St. Andrews. The offense handoff going to go to Connor Dodge, who's going to find his way into the end zone to extend that Lion lead after another big defensive stand for the home team. Dodge would get the ball back, and he would go back into the end zone once again. All St. Andrews in this one. 69-0 the final from Wilmington Island. Bethesda taking the field at Memorial Stadium. Blazers hosting Greenwood Christian. Home team going to work on defense. Visitors throwing, but Bethesda's Antoine McKay with the interception. McKay wasn't done. He proceeds to return the pick for 6. Blazers grabbing the early lead. McKay also doing his thing on offense. The quarterback, well, he's going to keep McKay with the running room deep into Greenwood territory. That play going to set up another Blazer touchdown. McKay to Charlton Brown over the middle. Pass and catch goes for the score. All Bethesda in this one, 50-14 the final. Hilton Head Christian Academy hosting John Paul II. Eagles had no problems finding the offense. J.P. Peduzzi going to hold on to the ball, looking like Patrick Mahomes out there as he brings it all the way down to the 2-yard line. Couple plays later, eventually he's going to be brought down. Peduzzi going to keep it again, and yeah, boom goes the dynamite. The touchdown, and the Eagles go up. It was 7-0. The Warriors would try to respond, but that Eagle defense going to say, not today. Now in the second quarter, 14-0. Eagles not done. Jace Blackshear, he is going to thread the needle, finding Cameron Strickland for the touchdown right here. Eagles blowing past JP2, 42-14 the final. Hilton Head, their home opener against James Island. They were up 7-0, and the Seahawks looking for more. Sam Suma going to find Amari Ford, who's going to fight for the first down. Couple plays later, Suma going to hand it off to Chase McCracken, who's going to fight off the defense and finding nothing but open real estate as he takes it to the house for the touchdown. Seahawks up 14. However, the Trojans would respond with a touchdown of their own. Hilton Head, they were up by 7 in the third quarter. James Island going to find themselves getting into the end zone right there, but it wouldn't be enough as Hilton Head, they go on to top James Island in this one, 24-10 the final.